So as we already know, Rooster Teeth has removed every single episode of RWBY except for RWBY episode 1 from volume 1 from their YouTube channel. Well, fans didn't take too kindly to this, and so Rooster Teeth created an entire blog of damage control. I mean, seriously. Dead company walking. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. Well, another day, another Rooster Teeth screw up. Yet again, they've screwed up. So they decided to make damage control over removing RWBY episodes from their YouTube channel. Fans have really been smacking them hard with the backlash, and Rooster Teeth decided to come up with a very hilariously terrible blog post to try to defend themselves. Now, one thing we're going to also look at in this is recently I talked about how Sony is nearing acquisition of Crunchyroll, and we're going to talk about how that also affects Rooster Teeth, because it actually does. You'll see what I mean by that. So let's take a look at this terrible take from Rooster Teeth. So Rooster Teeth had a hilariously bad hot take yet again, this time with damage control about what they've done with their newest decision. 8 myths about RWBY on YouTube. As usual, Rooster Teeth can never keep their mouths shut, and every single time they open it, they just make it that much worse for themselves. So let's take a look at this damage control. Yesterday, we removed RWBY episodes from all our YouTube channels, and many of you had questions about what went into the decision-making process. I thought I'd clear up a few myths that came up in multiple comments. Myth 1. RWBY is easier to watch on YouTube than on Rooster Teeth. Subjective, but I'll go ahead and say false! With our new apps on Xbox, Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV, existing apps are iOS and Android, which have that tap to shuffle feature everyone loves, and more, we have a lot of features partially with YouTube. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now, everybody is on YouTube. Of course, it's easier on YouTube than it is with all these other apps. Why would you want to try to force somebody from going to YouTube over to these other apps? All right, to make more money. That's exactly why you want to do it. Because, yeah, YouTube does screw over creators. That is true, unless you're Stephen Colbert or unless you're Jimmy Kimmel. But aside from that, and yes, it is difficult for content creators on YouTube, to be fair. But, you know, when majority of your fan base is used to using YouTube, well, what makes you think they're going to just jump over to another app? I mean, I'm just saying. And, you know, some of you were telling me that apparently they didn't actually delete them, that they just removed them. They privated the videos, and that's all they did. So, you know, even so, I think this was a bad idea on Rooster Teeth's part. And, you know, they still could have gotten monetization. May not be as much as they like, but, you know, they still could have gotten it. But this goes on to this next point. Myth 2. This move was forced upon Rooster Teeth by Warner Media. False! With the launch of our new living room app, so we can now provide a TV experience to the RWBY community. That's why we chose to do this now. This decision was made based on data and research, with a cross-functional review of the positive and negative impacts to the community and our business. Yeah, I'd like to see those facts and, you know, data research there. I like to see that. You know, why don't you show that, you know, rather than just stating it? I'd like to see that. Also, not only that, but I bet it was Warner Media that told Rooster Teeth to do this. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, if Rooster Teeth is telling the truth here, and it was just on them, well, you hurt yourself. But I still think this is a Warner Media move, in my personal opinion. And then Rooster Teeth just buckled to try to, you know, appease their corporate overlords. So for it to be their own decision, as they said, it was, yeah, I call bullshit on that, Rooster Teeth. 100%. Myth number 3. The Rooster Teeth apps don't have closed captioning. False! Every RWBY episode on Rooster Teeth has English closed captions, and Volume 8 will too. In the last 12 months, 85% of YouTube views on RWBY episodes did not use captions, 9.7% used English, and 5.3% used any other language besides English. It's our goal to close that 5.3% gap by covering 94.7% of the cases for closed captions gives us confidence we are offering a quality experience. A quality experience! Well, let's take a look at this. Some people were sending me this on Discord, and I want to thank all of you for this, because this is really bad. See, like this one, for example. This isn't what's for the furnace. Stop! The furnace. Oh, I thought they were furnace. I guess the furnaces now. Or this one. If I deliver you to Salem, he'll have to be pleased with me. Well, I think that you might want to get your closed captions checked, or make sure the person that does it isn't drunk while they're on the job, because this is real bad. Oh, it gets better. This isn't the end of it. Oh, we can't forget this one. Retrieving the relic of Nalach. What is the relic of Nalach? Oh man, I'm serious. How do you screw up your closed captions this badly? How do you mess up this bad? I don't understand this. Oh man, I mean seriously, who fucks up their job this badly? I mean seriously, how is this acceptable? This is nothing but a joke. And yeah, I'd love to see them use this as an example on their blog post. Oh yeah, you know they're never gonna do it. But oh man, would I love to see this, because these closed captions are just nothing but a monstrosity and a disaster. Oh man. Myth number 4. More people watch RWBY on YouTube than on Rooster Teeth. False. More people watch RWBY on Rooster Teeth than on YouTube in the last 12 months. Yeah, I don't believe that. I want to see numbers. I want to see the results. Until you give me the facts, I don't believe just your word. I want to see results. So until you give me those results, I don't believe that. I do not believe that. Myth number 5, putting RWBY on YouTube derives discoverability of RWBY and Rooster Teeth. Somewhat true. We found that certain RWBY videos disproportionately drive discoverability and bring viewers to other RWBY episodes, whether those episodes are on YouTube or Rooster Teeth. That's why episodes 1, Volume 1 trailers and intros remain on YouTube. Yeah, basically it's one big advertisement. That's what it is. We can also offset any potential lost discoverability via potential distribution deals with third parties like Crunchyroll or others. Crunchyroll. You bring up how you think that third parties like Crunchyroll are going to do something for you. Yeah, you might want to check back on that, Rooster Teeth, because, oh, I don't know, Crunchyroll is for sale. Sony is trying to buy Crunchyroll. They are nearing an acquisition, and they're going to buy it for $957 million. So, Rooster Teeth, I can tell you, you're not going with them. You're not going with them. If Crunchyroll gets bought out by Sony, you're not going to go. I mean, the only place you're going to go is the trash bin, because AT&T, what did they state? They stated that there are no sacred cows, and they just laid off 8,700 workers. They're trying to do whatever they can to cut down on their $152 billion debt. That means that Rooster Teeth themselves, well, they're in severe danger. They know it. They're in a panic. They're freaking out over this because, you know, the thing of it is that Warner Media, what's going to happen? Well, apparently they're next on cuts and layoffs. And Rooster Teeth, I can tell you, they're either going to be thrown into Cartoon Network's animation division, or B, they're going to be thrown to HBO Max's animation division. And then, of course, AT&T and Warner Media is going to just take shows like Genlock or RWBY, and they'll either A, just have them in their vault, or B, they'll do something with them eventually. I mean, that's just how it's going to be. I mean, I guarantee that's going to happen. Myth number 6, Rooster Teeth can monetize RWBY better when it's not on YouTube. True. RWBY is different than almost anything on YouTube, in part because we invest a lot into it, and more every year as production quality improves. Production quality improves. Good joke. That reason alone is enough to make us careful with how we distribute it. We don't make very much revenue on YouTube. Yeah, that goes the same for your website too. And removing these episodes from YouTube will not have a significant financial impact, but bringing more people to the Rooster Teeth apps gives them a better chance to become engaged viewers and community members. That is very important to us for many reasons. Just because you want money, that's it. This also opens the opportunity for further downstream for distribution, which is how studios like Rooster Teeth generally recoup their costs. Yeah, you're not really recouping costs when you're losing people. I can tell you that right now. Myth number 7. Not having RWBY on YouTube will drive increased piracy. Not easily measurable, but probably false. It's literally free on Rooster Teeth, free on all our apps, including free on our new living room apps. You don't need an account to watch it. Viewers tend to do what is easiest for them, and I have no doubt our platform is much easier than piracy. Also, if a viewer is seeking out pirated RWBY episodes, I would guess they're an engaged viewer. Oh, God. Rooster Teeth proving more of their idiocy. They love to drink from the idiot juice because, yeah, that will increase piracy. Guarantee it. Because the website is garbage. Their website is very hard to maneuver through, and the buffering times can be just excruciating. I mean, it really can be, and there are a lot of people who complain about that. So, I mean, Rooster Teeth, yeah, no, your website's trash. You have a lot of fans who complain about it all the time. And yeah, that's something that you need to fix along with those closed captions over there. Because that's clearly something they're not working on over there either. Myth number 8. This is the beginning of Rooster Teeth abandoning YouTube altogether. False. First off, this is a slippery slope argument. Second, our YouTube presence is one of our strongest assets, built over more than a decade, and something every 21st century media company strives for. YouTube as a platform has changed significantly. Yeah, it has, and for the worse. I'll at least say that much. As have our own apps and every other social network we use. We would be remiss not to adapt to those changes. Leave any questions in the comments. I'll reply to as many as I can. Well, see, here's the thing, Rooster Teeth. You continue to screw yourselves over. You destroy yourselves. I've never seen in my entire life a more self-destructive company. And all this was basically just one big smart-ass response to people who were upset. They clearly don't care about the fans, and you can obviously see this, because they're so butthurt that they have to make an entire blog post to defend themselves. And, I mean, look at this. The fans have come back and slammed them hard, and it's absolutely hilarious. YouTube is how I found RWBY and Red vs. Blue, so how do you expect new people to discover RWBY if you're not leaving it on YouTube or leaving it to genuine professionals like Wiz and Boomstick? Do you selfish shats? You know, thing of it is that RWBY is not going to gain more of an audience than it already has. It is just going to maintain what it's got, and it's going to keep losing members, in fact. I mean, people are just going to keep leaving. You know, fans are just going to leave RWBY because it's not getting any better. It's not improving. It's just worse. And, you know, it's going to keep going down that hill. And people are not going to also leave a platform that they're mostly used to, which is YouTube. And they're not going to leave. I mean, yeah, it's up to Rooster Teeth to take off RWBY episodes if they want. I mean, that is their right, but it's not the smartest move. It definitely isn't. Which, I think it's still a Warner Media move. I think they told them to do it, but still, regardless, it's not a smart move. Considering that you guys lost my annual subscription renewal and refused to respond to my numerous attempts to contact you, I so do not think you are ready for the big time. Oh, no, they're not. Yeah, they're definitely not. Parting ways for YouTube is fine. Not my preference, but still fine. But why take down the YouTube episodes wholesale? They wouldn't hurt your app site because Volume 7 Plus would still be exclusive to those. I mean, that's another point. Number 1, who do you think you're bullshitting? I'm graduating in web design, and I can confidently say your website is a nightmare to navigate through. Nothing about it is user-friendly, and I'm not even talking about the buffering issue. Instead of trying to promote your new apps that no one asked for, start by improving your website that everyone has been complaining about for years now. 3, your captions are very often out of sync. The subtitles spoil what the characters are going to say. I'm a non-native speaker, but I understand English enough that I don't require captions all the time, mostly only when Lindsay speaks fast or when voices are modified, i.e. speaking through a screen. I can't imagine what a pain it must be for people who are deaf or really struggle understanding English. It sucks that you think you can alienate them. I can't fathom how you've doubled your first pricing and yet can't be asked to improve the most basic stuff on your website. Oh, and that's the thing. They don't care about the fans. I mean, Rooster Teeth does not care about their fans. And that's a fact. You can definitely see it by the way they act. Myth 1, if you have to make a sarcastic post like this, you're dumb as F you. See, the fans are mad. They're furious over this. And this is what you've done, Rooster Teeth. This is exactly what you've done. And, you know, there were some people that were white knighting for them. Of course, you know, like, for example, this person responded saying, "Bot!" Yeah, you know, they're obviously having white knights come in to try to protect them. But think of it as, Rooster Teeth is in the end game now. We're watching the end, and I don't think they're going to last that much longer. And, you know, they're just continuing to destroy themselves and just burn through the reputation. And that's on them. But anyways, before I go, just wanted to let everybody know that I'll be back again on Thursday. Going to take a couple days off, you know, spend some time and help my father out. And the Q&A will be up in the next couple of hours, so be sure to look forward to that. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure you were still subscribed because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you were still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like, and also be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on Discord. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the newest videos will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow can always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.